Hello, great to have you here on this channel. Great that you take your time to watch this video and hope that you can also, after watching this video, that you will like it and subscribe to the video so that you will have every time we post some content on this channel that you have access and appreciation for our content. Today, I want to talk with you about value addition, agricultural value addition. What does that mean? Many times, farmers are so much focused on the primary production, either uh, from crops or from animals, that they forget to add value to their product, are not able to add value to their crop or animal. In the old days, I go back about 100 years, many farmers, smallholder farmers in Europe, they added far more value to their crops or their animals. Home slaughtering was a very normal activity, not to just consume it by the farmers themselves. Yes, that happens too, but also to make sausage and to have special uh, products with a special regional flavor and sell it to the local butcher or the local grocery store. Today, because of regulation, this happens less and less. And that's unfortunately because the technology and the science has proven that also on small scale you can still add value on your homestead or at your farm and increase your income capacity. Today, I want to share with you a video about canning and how to can on a very simple basis. Many people think that for canning you need a very big, expensive production plant, but it's not necessary. Hygiene, yes, above everything. And good inspection from government side on hygiene, very important. But please, governments, also in Africa, make sure that your smallholder farmers, though small scale, can create additional value to their products. Watch this video.
the drain on the bottom off, that starts building pressure. Once the pressure gets up over 11, and it should get around 240, then that's when we start timing the process. So we run it 58 minutes, turn the steam off, let the pressure go down, and then take them out and put them in the cooling tank. That pulls all the heat out. On those metal cans, that works great, pulling the heat out of the metal can. In glass jars, we can actually cool them in the retorts. We have sprayers in the top, and you can cool them inside. But they have to be cooled under pressure.
Many farmers have problems in West Africa with herdsmen, people who drive cattle from the north to the south. And they do that through traditional lines of transportation, tracks, that pass many commercial farms. We see the damage every year increasing, and also the conflicts with the herdsmen, who, of course, depend for their income and bringing their cattle from the north to the south, to where many people more are living and where their cattle can be slaughtered. It is this group of people that cannot be blamed, but more and more you have you need farmers who are able to rear cattle on their local farm and to produce well qualified and quality meat. Please see in this video a video not from West Africa but from East Africa. But please see what he is doing with simple products, feeding his animals to high success.
This is what we have as per now. I think this man should keep showing you what is happening here. So this is what we refer to as the feedlot. The cattle feedlot, it means to feed animals a lot. You minimize the movements, you minimize the exercises, and you feed the lot. So you give extra feeding. So what you're seeing here, this is maize silage. This is maize silage. But you know, we have as well, because in the maize, there is grains, I think you can see. These are already good grains for the animals. So this is a lot of energy. So we are adding in what they call the chloris Guyana. It also has carbohydrates as well. It has vitamins. So we also add in Bracharia mulatto. We add molas. So what we need, or what we are doing into this, is just to show you that we can be offloading over 2,000 animals all the time. You people, these techniques are possible, and they can be done in Uganda. I told you, Uganda was missing just very few people who are dedicated to work. You get it? And we have tried to do it. Most of the people have responded, and we are trying to do this. So you people, this is an advantage for our farmers who does even breeding and slaughter. This is going to empower more other abattoirs to come up. You know, being in the Pearl of Africa, and then we look for animals, and we cannot have the meat to export. So this is going to encourage more farmers to produce more animals. And for us also who are doing the fattening, we do our job, then we shall start exporting the meat in big quantity. This is going to be bringing a lot of money to the country. I think you can see. But in your information, even if you're seeing this kind of collie, they are good animals. They can put on a very big weight, but they cannot attain the weight at a high rate. What is the reason? Their ability to convert the grass into the nutrients or the muscles is very low. So they will take longer. The more time we take with an animal, the more money it chews. So these guys, whatever I see they are chewing, they are really chewing money. So if you keep chewing, if you keep these animals chewing for a longer time, and you go beyond the time you expected, that means you're going to lose a lot of money. You get it? So it's better we do animals that, like this. This is a Boran. I think you can see. Its ability to convert per day can convert up to 450 grams per day. And the Brahmans, like I think you can see, like this guy, this is a Brahman. This Brahman, you see the ears are longer and wider. So that means this can convert 1 kilo and 800 grams per day. So this will give us more money in a shorter time. Time is the money, not the animal, but time is the money. So you people, I think you have a better idea. May have opened up for you. You can do this. You can try your best to make sure that you do this. And when you're putting in animals, I've said it many times, don't try to put in underweight animals. Because these animals which are very young, like the way you see, these animals have not made over 200 kilos. If you put them in the feedlot, they are just here because you're going to sort them out. Put them in grades, in their sizes. So if you put in this, they will eat a lot of your feeds, convert it into growth instead of converting it into money. So you people, let me just wish you the best. I think you have seen, I had promised you this for quite long, and now you're getting it live. It is happening, and it is here in your country, Uganda. It's not anywhere else. People have been thinking about feedlots. They have been thinking about feedlots in different countries. They have been thinking about feedlots in Botswana, Namibia, South Africa, and other countries. But we can as well do it because this is Uganda. This is not even South Africa. We are still doing better than this. I'll keep you updated. Let me just wish you the best, and bye. 239. So you people, what you are trying to do here, when you're starting a feedlot, you need to have a weighing scale. So what you're seeing here is what we call the weighing scale. So if an animal comes in, we are supposed to take its tag number, then we weigh it, then after weighing it, we separate it depending on where it belongs. Animals of the same weight should be in the same area, and such that we know the initial kgs in the feedlot. So what we are trying to do now, we are trying to weigh them. Then after weighing them, we separate them into their beds. Those with those weight and in different ages. So that's what we are trying to do. This is what they call the weighing. They go in the feedlot when we already know that this animal has this weight. So whatever we add on, it is our weight. So whatever we add on, that is our profit. So that's what I wanted to show you. We come in, we weigh them, we grade them. Thank you very much. Just
In this week's category, Our Strongest Help, we like to talk with you about subsoiling. Subsoiling, you might ask yourself, what is that? Now, please watch this video and you can see what it is, and after that I will explain to you why it is also for you as a farmer a very good instrument.
Hello everyone, back for another video today. We're back subsoiling again. You can see on the stubbles we're ripping up tram lines. And to explain a bit about why we do this operation, people who know, I expect you might want to brush past this video, but people would like to know a bit more about farming and what we do. This video is for them. You see I got the 7718 on the front. I am going to be doing a video to review the tractor, this one and the 6490. And like I said in one of my previous videos, this isn't for a dealer, it's a video I want to make myself to say what I think about the tractor now after we've had it for 12 months. So, the subsoiler we got on the back of the tractor is a Ratoon. And on a Ratoon is slightly different to normal subsoilers. This isn't a two-leg, what we use to come, if I show you, it's not a two-leg what comes down the tram line, what a lot of people have. We've got, you've got three in the front, so we've got 6 legs in total. And if you can see from the subsoiler legs as well, they're not a straight leg. If I come this way, you'll see the leg has got a curve. It curves down like that. And on the bottom, we've got a bullet with a welded on feet at the front to pull for the ground to bust the pan up in the bottom. And why we do this is, let me show you on this one, it'd be better. This is where the sprayer runs, and when I put fertilizer and we do spraying, we run up and down that tram line all the time. So in the two wheelings either side, there's a lot of compaction because that's where the wheel stays every time to spray, fertilizer, all throughout the crop. That stays there. So if we didn't bust it up, you probably see when we come to drill, you probably see a line where the tram line used to be. So what happens is with the leg, we're about in between 8 inches and 9, between 8 and 9 inches we're in. We're into about here, we're just into about here, sorry. We're not in really deep, just enough just to bust the pan up. As you can see, this is the welded on feet on a ratoon. You can replace the whole complete foot, or you can just weld ones on the front, and then 9 times out of 10, quite a bit of the time we weld ones on the front. When they get really wear out, we change them by knocking out the roll pins out of there, dropping the foot off and having another foot. But if you can see, fair straw in this tram line, but what we're doing is the foot goes in, it goes underneath the ground, lifts the ground up, busts the pan where the wheeling zone, busts up the tram line. And I'll show you what happens behind, if I come behind you, just to show you what happens is we bust up, and then all the bust up ground, this is quite hard actually, all the bust up ground comes up to the top, the crumbler on the back pushes it back down to leave it looking like that through the pass after the tram line's been busted up. And just to show you the difference before and after, that's before we subsoil it, and this is after we've subsoiled the ground. Like I said, there's a lot of subsoilers on the market. Like I said, this is a ratoon. I know McConnell make one. I know all Sumo make one. All different types of subsoilers. The subsoilers are good to break up the pan in the tram lines. So I'm going to do a bit of a video now showing the subsoiler working behind, and then as that finishes I'll say my goodbyes and see you next time. So bear with us and stay watching to the end.
As you could see in this video, subsoiling means opening the soil to deep layers of the land, making sure that you don't turn your soil around, but bring oxygen into the deeper layers and to make sure that if you have rain, that it can penetrate the soil and the soil can absorb it. Many times we turn our soil over and over without bringing sufficient oxygen and openings for water and oxygen to penetrate the soil. One of the most important things for a plant is to have sufficient oxygen and to have little water around their root system, but sufficient water so that if there is a little bit of drought, they are able to penetrate the soil to deeper layers to bring water up and to regulate stress and in the crop. Finally, I like to show you a video about paper pots. Paper pot system is the system that Terra Agric is distributing throughout West Africa. We like to show you the advantage of utilizing paper pot systems for especially the production of onions and some other vegetable crops. Please watch it carefully. If you have questions, please let us know. We will react and we can supply throughout West Africa. I thank you very much for your attention and hope to see you very soon again on this channel.
Hey, welcome to Neversink Farm. We're out in the field. We're in the onion section. And I just wanted to show you this after it got established. So this was all done with paper pots in stacking nest trays, paper pot stacking nest trays, done with 4-inch paper pots, and then planted with the subversive and the zipper. And the reason I'm showing you it is because, you know, onions are very labor intensive when it comes to planting them, maybe even seeding them. But if you're using a paper pot system, this is where the paper pot system just pays for itself, just in this one section. Just by being able to plant this, we planted this in a couple hours, that was it. Nothing, it took nothing, no time at all. And we've got yellow storage onions, red onions, and shallots. Right? And the shallots just look thicker because we could put more than 1 seed per cell, and these are 1 seed per cell. But it takes no time. It's really easy. And look at the onions you get. You get incredible quality onions, very healthy and grow nice and big. And then we water them in with overhead right after planting. We use the zipper to make sure that if any are not covered, that they get covered. It's kind of hard to plant an onion too deep, so there's not that worry. But we've been doing paper pot onions for, God, a decade now. And we've done all kinds of other methods, but nothing beats this in terms of just ease and time. And it makes onions profitable, which, you know, it's hard to make onions really, really profitable on a small farm because they sit in one place for so long and you're not turning them over. But we do them nice and thick, and we'll actually pull out some green onions to begin with. So you can actually put these in 2-inch and then take every other one out and harvest those. We do winter onions the same way. We do them inside. It's the most important paper pot crop, I think. All right, so until next time.